Good afternoon and welcome to Actiontoyman. I am here on the second floor and it is time for another episode of Dusty Videos. I have been a little remiss and a little behind and I haven't had an episode up in a little while, so I hope to edit quickly and get this up on the YouTubes because I have an adoring public of a few hundred subscribers and I know you're all dying to see the next episode. And today, for fun, we're trying the horizontal version because most of the time I film the other way. So if you prefer this, let me know in the comments and I will take that into consideration. Plus, this probably plays better on television when it's this direction. So for all of those of you who are watching YouTube at home on your televisions, here you go. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to work upstairs and get some dusting done because not only have I not filmed in a while, I haven't dusted in a while. So here and there I've cut a couple sections of the store, but I haven't done a serious duster in a little while. So I am not meeting my goals. And if you've been watching since the very beginning, you know those goals are two goals. One is to keep everything dusted and clean and nice. And secondly, it is to put more content onto the YouTube. So here we are, and I'm gonna get some dusting done. I've got books over here. I've got figures over here. I did a video on TikTok of this, and not everyone had seen it before. It's actually really cool. It's this Electra. So let's get her all dusted off. Now she resides over here in this section of the upstairs rather than over in the G.I. Joe room, and that is where Barbie resides. I always refer to how Barbie is slowly taking over and infiltrating the G.I. Joe room. So this is a cool figure right here. But these figures up here, I don't know when I dusted them last. So I've got a Chia Bart. Oh, here, let's utilize the shelf I am perched upon. There we go. Chia Bart. I've got this instant replay recorder. And a South Park puzzle. A Mr. Potato Head. Frilo Ren for the Star Wars Potato Head crossover fans. So, and it is now June here in Erie, and the weather will warm up, and the upstairs will require some air conditioning. And when that happens, here on this level of the store, we use in-window units. There's usually about 2 or 3 running at one time, and they're a little older, so it gets a little louder. So this might be the last time I can film upstairs until the air conditioners come out, or if I leave them off. Sometimes if it's not super hot, we won't necessarily turn them on because, you know, it's Erie. It's going to get hot, but then it's going to get cold again. So the weather fluctuates, but we get to a point where it's fairly consistently warm. Now, it might also be rainy because it's Erie, but as I have said before, if you've ever watched any of my videos when I talk about Erie, I love Erie, and I think that if you're not from Erie but you want to see the store, this is a place to plan a vacation for. So if you want to get a really great bang for your buck of your vacation dollars, come to Erie. Check out the hotel prices. Our amusement park is fairly reasonably priced, and the parking in there is free. The entrance into the park itself is free, so if you just want to walk along and take the kids to the kiddie rides, you as the adult don't have to pay to get in. Water park, everyone pays, but it's the water park. But it's awesome, and in my opinion, completely worth it. So if you want to plan a vacation around coming to Actiontoyman and going to Waldemere, have at it. Always check out the Visit Erie because they know all the cool things that are happening in town. We've got festivals, we've got concerts, we've got Actiontoyman. We do have the amusement park, but then we also have Presque Isle. Presque Isle State Park has all of our guarded beaches, and those are free to use. So if all you want to do is come to Erie and hang out on the beach, that's not going to cost you very much money. So totally recommend coming to Erie. Now remember, we are only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So plan your vacation around those 4 days to make sure you make it here into the store. And I should probably do a little bit more dusting because that is the point of what I'm here, not just to talk about the store and the town. We were born and raised here, and left for a little while. Now we came back. So I love to tell people about Erie. I think we've got a lot of really cool stuff that happens here in Erie, and I think it is, of course, totally worth it to come to the store. I've got some packaged figures over this way. Mostly it's like Dice games. And Tron. I know you're out there somewhere. The one Tron fan who's looking for the one Tron figure missing in your collection. It's here. It's waiting for you. It'll wait patiently. You're the only one coming for it. Well, there's 3, so it's totally worth your time to the one Tron fan that's out there. I have your figures waiting for you. But you know, that's what happens. We like to find good homes for figures, so sometimes there's a little bit of patience involved. But let's recenter just a smidge. This might be a straight shot and no editing. Let's go back to board games. So, in addition to not having any air conditioners on, I don't have the television on. The upstairs television is often turned on to the start screen for whatever DVD's in there. And most recently it has been the Saved by the Bell. So now I'm currently in the store and it is quiet. There is not anyone here. And I can hear the television that I turned on in the kitchen. So, well, those of you who've been to the store have not likely seen the kitchen. It does exist. It's back there behind one of those doors. And there's television. So when we're here by ourselves, we tend to turn that on a little quiet. So it's nice to have that distraction and that background noise. So I feel like I need to add more. What is this? I mean, it looks shady and shifty. Look at his eyes. Do I look shady? But it's a matching game. So. Always makes me laugh, the pandemic game. It's a board game for roll cards, 6 research stations, 6 markers, 96 disease cubes, 48 infection cards, 59 player cards, and a reference book and rule book. Can you save humanity? For $15, you can find out. Okay, Angry Birds Star Wars game. Ooh. Apples to Apples. The Moment of Truth. Battle of the Sexes. I swear there are several copies of that book. And if you've ever been here in store, you may have seen, if it's out, there is a scavenger hunt. And I know on the first scavenger hunt, there was a question, I believe it was the number of Trivial Pursuit games in the store. And the second version, for those of you who have done the first version, and I promised you years and years and years ago that I would do a new one. I did. If you would like it and it's not out, please ask. That one has how many Monopoly games there are. Let me show you why. Because I like to use this card. If you look behind me, you can see board games. I have Monopoly, 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 oh, TVopoly, Monopoly, Alaskaopoly, Monopoly, 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 Chicago and Box, Turkey Hillopoly, Fancy Boardwalk, Monopoly, 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 Quick Drum McGraw, Monopoly, Monopoly, TVopoly, and Clue. Who played Clue? Did you have Clue? I think this was the version I had, and it's probably still in my mother's house. But did you play Clue? Did you see other versions of Clue? There's so many. I don't have any right now. There's this here in store. They of course have made many. There's more Monopolies down here. Puppyopoly, Star Wars game, Animal Crossing Monopoly, Animal Crossing Monopoly. Okay, so gonna do a little book straightening. So I really like this book area here. I think this is just pretty. And it took quite a hit. I don't, you can see there's an open spot here. So if you're into books and in the Boston area, come see. And it looks like I have so many books that I need to because this book is trashed, but it's Sybil. So I hope that someone who is interested in this book goes, oh wow, a copy of it for $1. This was, and it's been chewed. 12th printing, 1975. All right, so it's the 12th printing. Maybe it's not that exciting. Who read Choose Your Own Adventure books? Choose Your Own Adventure. Or who chose their own adventure? So now I have straightened up this wall. If nothing else, it looks prettier. And I love to take pictures in front of this wall. So I've got it straightened up. I pulled stuff up off the floor. There's very little left on the floor at this point. And I'm sure there's somewhere in the store, somewhere in a box, a whole bunch of Star Trek books that need to come back out here. And I'll find them. And when I do, hopefully by then things have sold. I also shifted some books to another section of the store. So there are the Artemis Fowl books that I found and the George R.R. Martin books. There's 4 of those that ended up on a shelf over there. And there's a lot of hardcover books in that section over by the board games underneath the television. So while I'm over here though, I need to get a little bit more dusted. Once upon a time, this wall was all Simpsons. And as that dwindled, you'll have seen in a previous episode, I pointed out the cute little dog-shaped tag at the top. Since that episode, some things have rearranged. So as Star Wars grew again, some things moved up here, Star Wars moved down there. Oh, my Tron friend, as I know you were out there, there's more Tron waiting for you. I know there's only one of you. So if you who are watching this know that the Tron person I'm looking for is out there, please share our video. There are actually 2 more figures up there, possibly doubles, and I can't reach without a stool, so I'm not going to try and do that. I still have 1 Sequest figure left. It is Commander Jonathan. The other one sold, so in a previous episode you will have seen I pointed that out, and since then it sold. So, and do you remember I talked about the dolphin? Dolphin had a figure too. Alright, there's a packaged Ben 10, packaged Aliens figure hiding up here. Crikey! It's a talking Steve Irwin doll hiding 3 items back upstairs. So if you are a Steve Irwin fan, I've got your figure right here. And don't worry, it's not going anywhere. It's back behind. I'm gonna set it down here actually because I need to get a replacement J hook. I think it's gonna fall and then it's gonna crack and then it's gonna break, and I know you're out there, the one person who wants that figure. So that one already has one on it. Bertram, do you need a Squirmy figure? Okay, Bertram comes with removable helmet, pistol, and mini ship. Oh, it's a mini ship. So it's still a sperm. Jasper in 2 colors. I remember when I thought that was a really big deal. Christabel. Let's see, the Pope. Mr. Weed. Oh, Mr. Weed in 2 different color shirts. There is a collector out there who's going to say, what? And I'm going to say, yes, in 2 different shirt colors. She's got pink with red and then blue with red. I have Defenders of the Universe, Flash Gordon, Lothar, Flash Gordon. If you can't quite see, I'll just give you the close-up. So there's that. Yes, that's in package. Mummy's Alive, which I mentioned in a previous episode. And it has since moved. So as you can tell, over the course of the, I think this will be what, our 11th or 12th episode, things have moved around the store. It's usually right after I dust, honestly. And I have done Spawn in a couple of different places. I did a whole section of Spawn that is all in one area now. So if you ask me where Spawn is, I can say it's right there. All of it. And so that's really cool. But it took sometimes me going through the store, dusting what's here, to figure out what could move and be reorganized. I probably could pick any section of the store and go, okay, how do I reorganize it? But you know, little by little. And again, with books, we like to make these all nice and stacked up. This is a glass shelf that previously was in another retail location, and when it was being eliminated from that store, we got a phone call and we got the pieces and have since put it together. And it looks like I need to stand up books on this shelf too. So I will be working on that. Not quite as cool as dusting. So I think for now, I am going to say goodbye. And thank you for watching. Make sure that you follow us on all of the social medias. 1, 2, 3, 4, and more. And remember our upcoming events. We have autograph signings happening in June, in July, and in August. And you never know what's going to get scheduled after that. So all kinds of exciting things. I do Thursday morning announcements also here on YouTube. They get posted. And that gives you an update of what's going on each weekend. Because here in Erie there are 3, yes, 3 wrestling promotions. Not to mention we're close to Buffalo, and I'm always watching what's going on up there too. So if you follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, we've got all the cool stuff happening, and I want to make sure I keep you up to date. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I will see you next time.